Hey, it's Eric Hatch here with Century 21. Want to welcome you to this month's market update where I'm going to show what is going on with interest rates and where are home prices going and where are they headed. So stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to wish everyone a beautiful new year and excited. It's been a fabulous last 2 weeks here, the beginning of January, with many listings coming and many homes sold. So I'm excited to kind of share kind of what's kind of going on with the market here. So let's get into it. The current change in supply and demand works in favor of the educated consumer. You know, when so many times, guys, we are hearing so much negative news of what's going on, but I am still selling houses left and right, and I'm still listing houses. I've listed some amazing prices, which we'll discuss here in just a few moments as well for future buyers. So we want to be educated and understand kind of what's kind of going on. So I appreciate you being here because first we're going to start with mortgage interest rates. You know, 30-year fixed rates have really doubled in the last year. That's quite kind of scary when you really think about it on the affordability and things of that. But I want to share with you is that you can see that they actually climbed and started kind of coming back down a little bit. So we're kind of excited to see that. A lot of people are locking in their loans right now and getting some things, but we're going to chat in a few minutes in regards to some ideas of what you can do to offset that with the higher interest rates and where prices are kind of adjusting. So I wanted to share here, guys, is that we kind of talked about that, about the news and what's kind of happening in the media, is that we kind of like panic. We kind of panic that, wow, what's kind of going on? We got inflation, we've got wars, we got all sorts of stuff kind of happening. And you can see if we draw a line here that we actually have this one little peak of inflation and kind of interest rates started going up. I wanted to talk a little bit about the spread between the 10-year treasury and the yield, because you're going to see that we've got this average of about 1.8. And you can see that we had this little movement here. And then all of a sudden the Fed kind of got involved and they thought, wow, we really need to slow down inflation. What's going to kind of happen and where are we headed? So then we have this other big in September, October, November, this other big fear of this panic mode of like, let's raise the interest rates even higher to see kind of what happens to and stop this inflation. And now what you're kind of seeing here is now if I draw an arrow here, we're starting to see this down arrow. And so here in the next couple of months, we'll kind of get to see, did we kind of hit that inflation? Did we hit the peak there? Where are we at with that, and will interest rates kind of continue going down? But what you can see, guys, is we're still just 1% difference between that average yield and where we're at here. So we're not crazy amount. We're just kind of going back to what I would classify as a normal market. Again, I've been doing this for 28 years and I've seen this go up and down and up and down in the market. So there's a change that's happening, which there's some benefits and some negatives there. And we want to concentrate obviously on the positive. So with that said, let's get into are we confident? Are we completely confused of what's kind of going on with the market? People keep thinking, hey, is there going to be this big crash? What's going to be happening? Where are the interest rates headed? But let's get some education of some economists here and some people that we can actually look into here. So we got Lawrence here that says the upcoming months should see a return of buyers as mortgage rates appear to have already peaked and have been coming down since mid-November. So this is an upcoming month should see return of buyers, which is great. I love this one. So be advised, this may be the one and only window for the next few years to get into a buyer's market. And remember, as the Federal Reserve data shows, home prices only go up and always recover from recession, no matter how mild or severe. Long-term home ownership should view this market right now as a unique buying opportunity. And that is from the former Assistant to the Secretary of Housing, David Stevens. So long-term homeowners should view this market as right now as a unique buying opportunity. And I will tell you right now, guys, I've actually sold many homes recently in the last 2 months for first-time home buyers coming into the market, finding ways and finding homes that are affordable, that fit their price ranges. I've just listed a home it's $325,000 on a half acre. That's a really cute, very affordable home. I hear a duplex is coming on the market for just over $300,000. I've listed a home in Auburn with an ADU for $450,000 this week. So there are prices and homes that are more affordable than others out there at this moment. So I think this is a great opportunity to understand this, because if I look at like local statistics right now in like Nevada County, we had a few months ago, we had like 3.2 months of supply of inventory, which we will chat about that in just a moment, but we're at 5.8, which changes that. Anytime we get close to a 6-month worth of inventory that's out there, that changes it from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So this is an opportunity for you guys to come in, those who are looking to purchase, to come in and find those deals that work for you, that best match your lifestyle and feelings of that. So let's talk about now about the home prices update of where they're going, because yes, that is important for us to kind of see for both buyers and sellers of what the market is doing. So this is a very interesting graphic here, that home prices and forecasts for 2023. Now we can see across the board that really nobody knows, that they're all kind of all over the place and kind of understanding like, well, if Realtor.com thinks we're going to go up 5.4, but Zillman thinks we're going to go down 5.1. But all we can see is that right here, that we get an average straight across, that we're about 1% of kind of where the forecast of the appreciation of the homes might go here in 2023. And so let's kind of take a little deeper dive in this, is that home appreciation pre and post pandemic. So in about 2017 to 2020, we got a nice, really even, and again, this goes back even further than that, of a nice even market of appreciation. Well, then we knew that here we come at the 2020, 2022 to 2022, and through the pandemic, that we had a 38% increase of appreciation. So you can understand that in some certain markets, there's going to be a pullback from those. Doesn't mean all these prices and all these homes are going to be just coming off and the sky's falling, like some people say, and there's going to be this huge crash and then everybody's going to be reducing prices. Because let me share the next slide with you. So here is what the homes prices have, share of the homes of having their price reduced. Okay, and so a percentage of that, and you can actually look through the last year, we had not very many people reducing their prices, but you can see that we get into April and we had some people starting to reduce their prices. This is the inventory that was still in play when it was a huge, hot seller's market. And so with that said, is that now they realize this inventory, they're sitting there going, the market's not as hot as it was when my neighbor sold their home. So now we need to maybe do some adjustments. But if you could see this top peak mark right here, guys, this is still only about 1% of the homes inventory currently on the market right now are doing price reductions. The new homes that are coming on the market, that seller is already educated at where we're at. They're not pricing what our neighbors sold their house for. They're pricing their home where the market is, or forecasting where the market will be going, and they're putting on their homes. We had the average days of houses in Nevada County that were 21 days. Placer County was 26 days in the last quarter. So that's still really good for the seller standpoint of their homes aren't sitting on the market that long. So guys, we're only seeing this a reduction of prices of less than 1% of the current listings that are currently out there going on in today's market. All right, because I like this graph right here, guys. This is pretty amazing. I know we did this in the rears with all these different people in these analysis here that we can see, but I wanted to share and kind of focus into on this little section right here of July to October. This right here is the change of home values of what's basically starting to happen here. As you can see, it actually is improving. They had these lower valuations of a depreciation, and now, guys, we are looking like it's coming out of that. So if these next 2 months show that depreciation is starting to kind of move, that means that crazy 36% down or whatever it might be of percentage or of where it is, that things might be adjusting back. So I thought that was an interesting economist who mentioned that it's time maybe to look at purchasing something. And guys, I feel like those buyers that are on the fence, that if you're looking to buy, if you have a good job and you plan on living there 5 to 10 years, don't you think the prices of real estate in 10 years, where are they going to be? It's going to be up. That's where it's going to be. Yes, some of these adjusted markets, because of that huge 38% increase, they might have some adjustments, but look for the new inventory that's coming on the market, the people that have lived in their homes for the last 5, 10, 20, 30 years that are coming on the market and pricing them, that they have so much different equity that they're not trying to make like everything they possibly can. They're being fair and they're coming on prices that are in today's value of today's market. So we must control the narrative. Watch out for all that false negative news that's kind of happening, because there's still 11,000 houses every single day sell in the United States. 11,000. That means that 8 houses sell every minute. There's still houses selling. There's still people that are needing to move. There's still people, first-time home buyers, that need to buy a house because they understand the importance of home ownership to be able to make that as their large-term goal of financial independence and wealth. So suggest alternative means and financing. Guys, talk to your lender, talk to your favorite lender. Go out and reach out to them and say, hey, what's going on with adjustable rate mortgages right now? What are the buy down rates? How can I be able to get into a home? Do I need to bring in 20%? No, you can actually bring in 5% or 10%. You can have an adjustable rate to be able to save some money. You can do a buy down, find that seller, because it's becoming a buyer's market at the moment, to be able to come in and be able to adjust, get a credit from them to be able to adjust and buy down your rate there. So find that, because here's something interesting about Lori Goodman from, she talks about this Urban Land Institute, says the risks of ARMs were substantially mitigated by the regulatory reforms put in place after the 2008 bust. Today's ARMs are not the risky products of 2008 or even the pre-bubble version. ARMs are no longer something to fear. In fact, they could help borrowers save money and reduce barriers to home ownership. I'm listing a house this next week that they basically have an assumable ARM of 4%, 4.2% interest rate right now for the next 7 years. That's going to be huge for somebody to come in and want to purchase that property and buy that property, because they can have a good interest rate. And when the interest rates, again, coming out of recessions, coming out of inflation, coming out whatever, you'll start seeing that it will pop back up and the interest rates will come back down and the prices will start rising, and then you can do some refinances if you wish to do so. And Linda here, the director of news reporting and real estate news, says temporary rate buydowns are a hot trend for mortgages and borrowers facing high costs for home loans. Some buyers are exploring alternatives to traditional mortgages in a period of rising interest rates that is expected to continue into 2023. Buydowns are a less costly alternative to traditional fixed rate mortgages. So guys, there are some ways you can talk to your lender, talk to your real estate agent about how you can make that actually fit, because you guys understand that when we go into these different shifts of the market, then lenders and different organizations come up with different programs to help keep the housing industry moving forward with allowing buyers and sellers to purchase property. Because guys, the biggest opportunity, find that right house, find that home. I purchased a house last year. I would love to purchase another multi-residential property this year. But if you find it and you seek after the right seller, you will find a great price that's out there. So let's talk about active listings in the past 2 years. Guys, in 2022, there's still almost 1 million houses right now. You can see the inventory is almost doubled in 2022, but I still get agents every single day in my office, in our company, and other offices that call me all the time going, do you have something coming? Do you have something coming? The inventory historically is still really, really low. So guys, you guys got to find that. When you find that perfect house, you go, wow, that actually price looks really good. That price is actually priced where it needs to be. Jump on it, because you're going to get multiple offers on that. Listed one in Nevada City, and I had 3 offers on that. We sold it over asking price. In today's market, selling houses over asking, that's because these sellers know and understand the market and positioning of where they need to be. So guys, inventory is still low, but we still have some left. You guys can see on the pending listings count, and this is something interesting to kind of look at, that the last 12 months over a year is that, yes, guys, the pending sales are going down because sellers or buyers are thinking, I'm going to wait and kind of see where this adjustment kind of goes and where interest rates kind of go. I don't blame you when you've got the interest rates doubles and we basically had free money for several years. So now we look at this and say, where is this going? Pending sales are down, but houses are still selling. This right here, guys, is just getting back to when I was selling real estate in 2018 to 2019. It has been a crazy run. So let me share what we're doing. For so many years, guys, we've been on that straight away, just going sell, 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 buy, 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 free money. Great, and the prices have just kind of escalated into a seller's market. Remember, 2 years ago, there were buyers on the fence going, wow, interest rates are still good, but wow, these prices are going crazy. Now what you're seeing is some prices doing some adjustment. Interest rates are going up, but there's going to be this equal opportunity right there. So what are we going to do as we go into this turn? Are we going to sit there and crash in the wall? Are we going to sit there and kind of wondering what's going to go? Do we sit on the sideline? Do we do a pit stop right now and kind of wait? But if there's a time where you feel that you can actually jump in as we make that turn in race car driving and you hit that next straightaway, where are you going to be positioned? Are you going to be accelerating out, or are you going to be kind of stalled out in the pit stop, kind of waiting to see still what kind of happens? Guys, talk to your real estate agent, talk to your lender, look for those beautiful deals that are out there in the MLS, because they are there. I hope, guys, this information helped you understand kind of what we're doing in the market, where interest rates might be going. I look forward to doing the next market update as we gather this information and seeing where we kind of head. But guys, it's a successful year. Make 2023 the year of the choice of doing what you guys want to do. If you want to sit a little bit longer and wait on the market, great. If you're a buyer that kind of thinks that maybe I should just make a contact, get pre-approved with the lender and be prepared, because when that house comes on the market that is affordable to you, you want to jump on it. You want to be ready. Please, guys, subscribe. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Like it, whatever you want to do, but we'll talk soon. Reach out to me, and happy to help, and have a wonderful day. Take care.